Welcome to 700 Club Israel. Over the last few days, the headlines have gone global. They claim Gaza is starving. Children are dying. Israel is committing genocide as they ruthlessly deny food, critical aid to their enemies. Well, here's the problem with all of that narrative. It's not true. Israeli journalist Hanunya Naftali explains.
You have been lied to. They want you to believe that Israel is starving innocent people in Gaza. But here's the truth. Nobody wants to say out loud. Hamas is behind the crisis in Gaza. Not Israel, not the Israeli army, Hamas. And they're doing it on purpose. Right now, more than 1,000 trucks full of food and medicine are inside Gaza. They're just sitting there, untouched, facilitated by Israel, ready to feed families, ready to save lives, but they're not being delivered. Why? Because the United Nations refuses to pick it up. That's the part the media won't tell you.
I want to empathize. Israel does not limit the number of trucks entering the Gaza Strip. And it is the collection issue that is preventing continuous delivery of humanitarian aid into Gaza.
Look, Hamas doesn't want help reaching the people unless it's on their terms. So what do? They fire rockets at humanitarian centers that operate without their control. Just last week, they fired a rocket targeting one of the humanitarian centers in the Barak corridor inside Gaza. It's like, can you believe it? Firing a rocket, not at Israel, but at a humanitarian aid center. Just like President Trump said, they would rather die than solve the problem.
Hamas didn't really want to make a deal. I think they want to die, and it's very, very bad.
They shoot civilians who try to get food from independent aid stations. They create chaos on purpose just to make Israel look like the villain. It's psychological warfare, and their victims are their own people. Look, Hamas knows that the people of Gaza are turning on them. After months of destruction and suffering, Palestinians are starting to see the truth. Hamas is the reason they're suffering, not Israel. That's why Hamas launched this starvation media campaign, not to help their people, but rather save their own image. They want the world to blame Israel while they play the victims. They're trying to rewrite the ending of this war to clean up their name without freeing a single hostage. But here's the sick truth. Hamas holds the one card that can eventually bring Gaza back to normality, the hostages. They could end this tomorrow, but instead, they let their own people suffer. And the UN, they know all of this, but they still refuse to pick up the aid from the border, still refuse to work with the new system because it doesn't run through Hamas. Yes, the United Nations is protecting Hamas's grip on power. That's just insane. The mainstream media, of course, serve Hamas's interests very well. I mean, they attack Israel nonstop for words like blockade, siege, starvation, whatnot. By the way, completely forgetting that Egypt shares the border with Gaza as well. And right now, it's completely sealed and fortified as well. The media attacks Israel and says, can you believe it? Imagine a country starving a population just to destroy a terror group. No, that's not how it is. Imagine a terror group denying food to their own people instead of setting 50 hostages free. This war could end tomorrow if Hamas let the hostages go. Israel wants to end this war. Israel sent a delegation, multiple delegations, to negotiate a deal, a hostage deal, and Hamas said no. That's because they don't care about Gazans. Meanwhile, Israel is working around the clock to push aid through, facilitating thousands of aid trucks, allowing airdrops from other nations, setting up food stations that bypass Hamas. We're doing everything in our power to get food and aid to the people. Because no child should go hungry, no civilian should suffer, and no terror group should decide who eats and who starves. Let me be crystal clear. There is food, there is medicine, there is help. So don't fall for the propaganda. Israel is not starving Gaza. Hamas is the problem. And the UN is helping them do it by standing by, watching it happen. So if you care about human life, tell the truth. Share this video. Let's counter the lies with the facts.
Well, that report came from Hanunya Naftali. You can check out his YouTube page, and there's the link right there below. I'll give you a minute to be able to copy that. He posts videos every week covering Israeli news, exposing the mainstream media that it seems to be a propaganda arm for Hamas. Our thanks to him for letting us share that video, and check out his YouTube page and subscribe to it if you want to get regular reports showing what the truth is in Gaza. Let me underline this story. There was a newspaper report in the New York Times, which is supposedly the paper of record. That's what they aspire to be, the place that you can absolutely trust. Well, they're not so trustworthy. They've been running Hamas propaganda for a while now, but this one is absolutely shocking. They showed a picture of a young child, and they used that picture as this is the face of starvation in Gaza. Well, it turns out the young child has a genetic condition that is responsible for the emaciated look. And that is absolutely horrible that someone would use that as propaganda against Israel. But that's what Hamas did. But to compound the problem, without vetting it, without checking that photo, the New York Times ran it on their front page. Oh, well, now they're into retraction, but the lie has gone around the world. And Mark Twain famously said, lies get up and go around the world before the truth has a chance to get its pants on. Please be aware of the propaganda coming out from Hamas. It's been there and reported again and again and again. The Gaza Ministry of Health is a propaganda arm of Hamas, and they fire rockets at our own people. Right in the beginning of this horrible war, they fired a rocket and it misfired, went into a parking lot of a hospital. The report went around the world that the IDF bombed the hospital. Not true, and you have to really watch this to make sure you're getting the accurate story of what's happening in Gaza, what's happening in Israel, so that you can be informed. That's what this show is all about. We want to make sure you get the real information of what's happening in Israel. Well, wherever there's disasters, you can pretty much guarantee there'll be a team from Israel trying to help. This was one of the biggest humanitarian disasters in recent history. Boatloads of Syrian refugees fleeing a civil war. Many of them went to the shores of Greece, and as soon as they arrived, they met doctors and rescue teams from Israel. The Greek island of Lesbos, a quiet vacation spot where tourists relax and local children play in peace. But on the other side of the island, a very different scene is unfolding. Every day, thousands of refugees arrive on this shore. Most are fleeing the Syrian civil war, hoping to resettle in Europe.
We see babies which are only a few days old people at the age of 90, 95 even. And we get mainly people from Syria, also from Iraq, Afghanistan, Iran.
Waiting to help them on the beaches of Greece are the last people the Syrians might expect. Volunteers from Israel.
My name is Tali Shaltiel. I'm here with Israel, an Israeli-based NGO.
My name is Majida Kardosh. I'm here as a medical team. I work as a nurse.
My name is Iris Adler. I live in Tel Aviv. I just finished med school in Tel Aviv University. I came here through Israel to be on the coast as a doctor.
My name is Manal Shhadi. I'm from Nazareth, and I'm the team lead of Israel in Greece.
The Israel team is a mix of doctors and nurses, both Arab and Jewish.
I am a Palestinian citizen of Israel. Arabic is my mother tongue. I'm also Christian, so I'm a minority inside of a minority inside of Israel. Being aware of my history, my background, where I come from, the history that my people went through, this is something that appeals to me, and I can help refugees. So this is my job, and this is what I should be doing.
Our job here is to receive the boats of the refugees that are coming from the Turkish side to the Greek side. There are many, many volunteers on the beach, not many medical teams.
On the line from the Turkish side, they're going through a lot of problems. Their smugglers there are asking them to pay between $1,000 to $5,000 per person. A lot of time they're just shoving them into boats that should fit 50 people, but there are 150 people on the boat. They just leave them midway through the sea and they tell them, you find your own way to Greece, we're not responsible on you. Or they fill like half a tank of gas and they just leave them in the middle of the sea.
What we do is go to Hind Point with binoculars, searching and scanning the water, and you start looking for this black with orange dots in the view. And then it comes nearer and you start seeing the rubber boat and all the people on it. It's like 1, 2, 3, it begins. It's a few minutes of chaos. Taking off the babies, people screaming, shouting, helping them, you know. A lot of them don't know how to swim, they're afraid from the water.
Here is the point that we start doing a triage, a very fast, by hearing, they're talking, looking at the refugees, so we can see who is in need of medical help. And I start shouting, "Min baddu doctor," who need a doctor in Arabic. And so this is the time that we start giving treatment.
I've treated a 14-year-old Afghani guy that was unconscious. If he didn't receive aggressive treatment on the shore, on the spot, he might have not made it.
After that, we start giving them food and water, warm clothes, something to eat, to drink, because some of them didn't have any water or food for like 1 or 2 days. After that, I take the map. We have a map that we translate on it in Arabic, explain to them what is the next step. They don't know where they are, okay? So the first thing that I tell them that they are in Lesbos island in Greece, because some of them, they had like no idea where they are. Most of them, they had nothing. They just come with their clothes only because they had to throw their bags in the sea, or smugglers took their bags and threw in the sea.
After a couple of days of assessing the field, we understood that the biggest need is a way to communicate with the refugees who come. So we brought a team from Israel, which is Arab-speaking, and the impact was amazing.
Hearing your language is very important to them, and then getting the instructions where to go, what to do next, what are the next steps, because they have a lot of uncertainty.
And although Israel and Syria are technically at war, none of that matters here on the beach.
Usually when they get to the beach, they're just happy to see people waiting for them, giving them help and food and clothes and medical treatment if they need. Sometimes they realize who we are and they're just happy to see us, and they hug us and kiss us, and it's very exciting.
We get lovely, warming reactions of hugs and, men kissing me like I'm their daughter, on the forehead, saying thank you, saying that I would never have thought that I'm going to receive treatment or be able to speak from an Israeli doctor or share my story with an Israeli who will empathize with what I've been through. This guy, he had, I think, a sprained ankle, and he put some bandage, and I wanted to take out of my bag some medicine to ease the pain, a painkiller. And while I'm looking in my bag, this guy asked Majda in Arabic, where am I from? Like, where is she from? Where is she from? And she was telling to him, what does it matter? You need help now. She's here to give it to you. Why are you focusing on that? And we're continuing with our work and whatever we were doing at the time. And a few minutes afterwards, he comes to me with a package of biscuits that he brought from Turkey for the journey. You know, giving me something from the nothing that he have and apologizing for not respecting me or questioning me, and, you know, just giving me, you know, a thanks for being there.
Israel is an political organization. What they do is help people in a disaster situation. And this is what I'm doing. And this is what they teach me at nursing school, to treat a human, no matter what he is, which religions he have, which color he is, what language he talks.
To see a 60-year-old Arab man burst into tears on the shore, something that you don't see every day. So being able to give a hand, give a hug, give water, medical treatment, yeah, it's a privilege.
Offshore, Israeli doctors also provide trauma counseling for families in refugee camps.
We start with the communication thing, talking Arabic, or put only hand on his or her shoulder, try to make them feel better, you know, as much as we can.
In my country, in Syria, it's coming very hard and there is no future for anyone. Yesterday, I have coming here with a plastic boat. I will say they are amazing people, and I'm really thanks everyone working with these people. They are really helping us and helping a lot of families here and children.
Because we come from a country that a lot of people suffer trauma because of the conflict and what's happening, so we have a lot of experience how to deal with trauma, how to deal with the conflict. And this is a knowledge that we need to pass to other people, to other countries, if we can help make their suffering less, or to help support them, or to show them a different way. And I think this is our duty.
These people come and they automatically get this title. They are refugees fleeing to Europe. But at the end of the day, they're just humans, the families. They had honorable jobs, fulfilling life in the countries that they're coming from. And suddenly they come here and they're treated and looked as refugees when they're human beings as me and you. And for me, when I meet those people, this is what I'm trying to give them, that feeling that I respect them, I feel them, I connect to them in the most human level. I'm not above them or same. It's just now they're on that side of the coin. Tomorrow it might be me and I will need their help. I was thinking about that 60 years ago, it was the Jewish people in Europe during the Holocaust, after the Holocaust, making their journey to Israel or for different countries and seeking for a safe home. We're always saying, never again. When you see something difficult, for me, it's looking at my part. What's my responsibility? This is what we try to do, you know. We're coming as humans, meeting other human beings, and this is how changes starts, little.
They are very lovely. They are give me hope to my future. They are really cool people.
I think that helping other people is a very important thing in the Jewish tradition. We can't just sit back and watch what's going on. We have to come and do the best we can, and even if we touched few people's life, I think that's a lot.
Well, that's just a glimpse. That was just a part of a documentary called To Life, L'Chaim, To Life, how Israeli volunteers are changing the world. There are 5 other installments to that documentary, and you can watch all the others by going to CBN Family, and they're all streaming for free. All you have to do is create a free account. So make sure to go to CBN Family and look up To Life, and you can see what Israel is doing. They have this phrase, Tikkun Olam. They're there to repair the world. And they have another phrase, we're supposed to be a light to the nations. That's something that Isaiah prophesied 2,500 years ago. And here you'll see both religious and secular Jews from Israel all saying the same thing. And to add to it, you see Palestinian Christians saying the same thing. It's incredible that it's literally a signature of Israel today. They want to be a light to the nations. They want to fulfill that mandate. What is their purpose? What do they want to do? They want to help people. They want to bring life to people. They want to create new things for all of humanity. The number of technological innovations, medical breakthroughs that have happened from Israel. Here's a small nation, just the size of New Jersey, and they're punching way above their weight. Now, on the other side, do you see Hamas doing anything like this? Do you see Hezbollah doing anything like this? So can you see Iran, which is a huge nation, enormous population, a lot of oil money. Do you see them doing humanitarian work around the world? The answer is no, they aren't. So choose life, choose the light to the nation, don't choose the darkness, and let's all stand with Israel. Luba is a single mother trying to raise 2 children on her own. At times, she had no money for food or electricity. Then she met a team from CBN Israel, and now, thanks to you, she has hope for a better future.
Luba had hopes of a better future when she and her husband immigrated to Israel in 2010 from Ukraine. The fitness trainer and mother of 2 overcame countless challenges to make a home for her family. All was well until her husband, Yevgeny, relapsed on his former drug addiction.
He was very aggressive and would verbally attack me and my children. My youngest started having hysteria attacks where he would become unresponsive. My oldest was constantly stressed. She didn't want to see or talk to him.
Yevgeny's addiction only got worse. He lost his job, then he left, taking what he could and leaving his family to fend for themselves.
He started taking things from home, my jewelry, even my wedding ring. With the war, I couldn't find work. It got so bad I didn't have enough money to pay for electricity or buy food.
Luba struggled for months until a friend at church told her about how CBN Israel helps families like hers in their time of need. She reached out and was surprised by their response.
I didn't think they would help. I felt like I did not deserve it, but they helped me and it was so quick. I could finally pay off debts and they brought us food. It's winter and I couldn't dry children's clothes I washed. To my surprise, they even bought me a dryer.
Thanks to you, Luba was able to receive immediate assistance that helped her get back on her feet. After months of despair, she and her family can now focus on rebuilding.
Your organization makes such a big difference. You don't leave people behind. You don't leave people hungry. I am so grateful. One day, I hope I will also help other people the way you do. Now I can finally get some rest. Thanks to you, I have hope. Hope for a better future. Now I know everything will be all right.
If you want to help people in Israel, just join with us. CBN Israel is doing this every day, every week. We're constantly trying to help those in need. The evacuees from this war, we've been extending help to them. We're trying to rebuild the kibbutzes in the Gaza envelope. Kibbutz Norim in particular is our pilot program. We want to do so much more, and we need your help to do it. So if you want to join with CBN Israel, it's real simple. Call that number. It's a special number, 1-800-350-2230. You can go to cbn.com/supportisrael. You can also text Support Israel to 71777. Be a part of it, and make sure you sign up to be a monthly donor so we can do even more work on behalf of the people, wonderful people in Israel. Well, here's a word from Isaiah. Sing praises to the Lord, for he has done gloriously. Let this be made known in all the earth.